All right, guys, you know when the lights are out, it's underground beat series mode. So I want to thank you guys for sharing these videos around the world. Today we're going to cover perc40, and there's a song called Favorite Song by him and Osama-san. I'll play a little clip here. So let's run it back. So I can only play a little bit because of YouTube. But here is our project in FL Studio. I have an initial video that was like 50 minutes, but the screen froze. I don't know why FL keeps freezing here. All right, so let me just play the track we made. You guys will get the project files for free. All right, so I'm super paranoid because the screen keeps freezing, you guys. So what we're gonna do is go over here to Toxic Biohazard. The key here is to use operator 1 and 2. They're modulating each other and one in themselves at the same time. So the chords are E flat major 7th. Then we're going down to C minor 9th, F minor 9th, and then we're going to this special chord here. It's a turnaround chord. So let me show you guys what this looks like. Again, I'm super paranoid, so I got my eye on the screen. All right, so the first chord is E flat major 9th, just like this. Second chord, C minor 9th. Okay, the whole song pivots around C minor and F minor. Then it goes up to F. Now the special chord here is a turnaround chord I learned from MG the Future years and years ago. Okay, it's called it's a 6 add 9 chord. Great for R&B. So again, here's the progression. Very happy, starts off on the major, then it goes to the dark minor, and C is the 5th of F, so this is just falling down to F, up an octave technically. And then we add that change up energy. So the way I think about this last chord is it's F minor 7th, and then we're just adding B flat and E flat in the bass. So that's how I'm thinking about this chord. So one more time, if you guys can pause the video. So E flat major 9th, C minor 9th, falling down to F minor 9th, and then the change up chord. All right, so those are the chords, and it pretty much makes up the entire track. Forgive me guys, I recorded a whole hour-long video, but the screen froze, so I'm super paranoid because the screen keeps freezing on this project for whatever reason. All right, so that's the chords, and that starts pretty much everything. I just found out a way to have OBS stay on the top so I could check the screen. Okay, this is gonna get rid of my paranoia for a little bit. All right, so the next sound here that we added is the top line. So whenever you guys are confused, break a song down into 4 components: the harmony, the top line, the contrast, and the rhythm. So here we have this triangle. So anytime you hear like a video game sound, it's either a triangle or it's a square. And if it's not like super harsh, it's probably a triangle wave. So this is the culprit. Look at this interface. All right, so it's a triangle, and we're running it through reverb. Fruity Reverb 2. We're using direct reverb to like wash the sound out, push it to the background. And we added oscillator 2 to detune it to create like a chorusy effect. And again, you guys get the project file, so you don't have to worry about sound design. Basically, on the wrench tool, I added monophonic and portamento modes here. So that's one of the sounds in the back. The bass that comes in, we went through a lot of iterations to get to this bass, but we ended up designing our own patch here. We're using the Fruity limiter. This is a lot to explain, so bear with me. We're using the Fruity limiter as a transient shaper to push the transient into the next plugin, so it changes the gain staging. So basically, we're under limiter mode, turn the ceiling all the way up, go to the compressor mode, turn the ratio to the left. This does expansion, and we turned up the sustain to get rid of any jitter. I lowered the release to about 30 milliseconds. And basically what we're doing is just pushing the initial part of the 808 up a little bit more. And I just did this by ear. And I think we changed 808s. A lot happened, but basically this is just emphasizing the transient. It turned into a different thing over time. And then in the wave shaper, what we found out is that basically you can right click the node up here, this little tiny node, and go to smooth stairs. It gives you like a, but what you can do is go to bipolar mode, and you could use two different shapes. So we can right click, I forgot what I chose here. I think we went smooth, and then where is it at here? Let's go to, single curve. And then I just upped this node here, so that we have two different ways that it's transferring the curve. So that's what we did for that sound there. I'm going to Control Z because I don't remember exactly the shape I had. I guess that was the shape we had. I thought we did more to it, but my screen froze. Hold up. They really don't want y'all to see this project, y'all. I can't tell you how many times the screen froze. Okay, and it's only on this project too. All right, so the other sound we found is a purity string. So if you go to purity, it sounds a lot like the Arco strings. If you go to presets strings, the first patch is called Arco low. We're just playing the notes really high up instead of low. So it's like that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air type of string. All right, so we got that sound there. And then we have, you guys are really getting the abridged version. I swear I took an hour to make this track. All right, so let's double click in here. And the hi-hats are very like metallic-y, and it's from the Metro Boomin kit. Again, you guys will get all the project files for free. A lot of snares going on. Basically the pattern here is trecio, so ta, 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 ta. That's called trecio. So the snare is pretty much doing trecio, just spread out over time. So it goes boom, tre, si, o. So that's the bounce. So once you know that trecio bounce, everything becomes very straightforward. Now for the hi-hats, we went to the graph editor and added some repeat notes here and there and little gaps. So we didn't just do all the way through. And then also mess with velocity for your snares. I think on pattern, here it is, pattern 3. We added some note repeats and velocity changes just to switch it up on the second half. All right, and then what else did we do? And then there's in the original song, there's like this, like where I couldn't figure out the exact one shot. So I added this serum patch. See if I can find it for you guys. Hold on. So it's just a default serum patch called Bass Le Gigante, whatever. Okay, Gigante. And I just filtered it out in the mix. I just added a low pass and a high pass. So it creates like, hold on, y'all, I can't see because I'm so paranoid the screen's gonna freeze. All right, so in the bottom right, I just cut the lows and then cut the highs over here. All right, so that's what I did on that sound, nothing too crazy. And I took off the, in the effects, I took off the dimension, the hyper dimension. All right, so that's that. Wow, this track is pretty simple once you break it down, but I swear to y'all, it takes a lot of thought to put all this stuff together. You guys got lucky, you got the 8-minute version. All right, so I'm gonna play this one time through. Here's what I might do so the screen doesn't freeze, is print this and play the actual audio file. I meant to mention for the mixing, we used our new BusyWorks Beats AI mastering at busyworksbeats.com/AI. You basically just click this button, it turns the loudness up for you, it gives you a loudness target, and you just move the knob how you like it and then turn up the width. So that's where we're getting the analog vibe from. So if I turn it off, it's very quiet. Here's width. It just sounds so much more full and wide. So again, here's before. Here's after. So let's print this so that we can actually hear the full song without the screen going crazy. All right, let's play this beat one time through so you guys can hear the high quality audio after we print it. Again, the screen may freeze, so luckily it's not on FL. project files for freezy. Let me show you guys where to find these. All right, guys, when you guys go to busyworksbeats.com/betterbeatmaker and you sign up on your email list, basically you'll have access to our whole entire project files. So in FL Studio project files, look for the underground folder. We're gonna make a folder for perc40. And we're gonna drag this project file right in here. Let me find the project file. All right, so now I'm gonna drag the project file and the toxic biohazard preset straight into this folder. So when you guys sign up at busyworksbeats.com/betterbeatmaker, you'll have access to way more than these project files. We have a ton in here. So I'm just showing you guys one of the subfolders, but look for the underground folder specifically to find these project files. So thank you guys for watching. Sorry, I couldn't give you guys the hour video. The screen froze. What else can I tell you? They didn't want y'all to see the sauce, but it is what it is. Thank you guys for watching. This game from busyworksbeats.com. Peace out, guys.